Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman. I apologize for the way I'm dressed, but it's hotter than Hades. And what is professionalism anyway anymore? It's been bastardized over time, especially, I'm going to say this, okay, if I may. You have Mr. Patrick Shanahan over here in the wings. He used to be a 30-plus year employee at Boeing. When he was Deputy Secretary of Defense under Donald Trump, he was asked about the F-35 program, and he said the program is fucked up. Actually, he said the plane was fucked up, but they backpedaled and they made the article say Patrick Shanahan says F-35 program is effed up. Well, let me just tell you this. We have the documentation after their 800th ship. Lockheed is still producing crap. They sit on ANSI A&Ab's board, which are supposed to be the Dalai Lamas of accreditation, voluntary consensus standards, and you'll find out when I show this to you how bad this truly is. Patrick Shanahan may have said the program was fucked up, but for sure, the aircraft is fucked up too. When Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense, was inquisitioned by the Senate subcommittee concerning the readiness of the F-35, he confessed under duress that yes, the F-35 is 29% ready. You can find that on the YouTube too, is deliberation, 29%. For those of you who don't know that, if you have 100 aircraft, that means only 29 are in flying condition. That's basically it. This video today is about DOJ affiliation with Boeing prevents justice from being served. QA expert Daryl Guberman explains. And this goes specifically to you, the traveler who travels a lot, the business person who travels a lot on planes. This goes to the survivors of the passengers on Ethiopian Air, on Indonesian Air, and also Alaska passengers. This goes to you as well. So DOJ affiliation with Boeing prevents justice from being served. QA expert Daryl Guberman explains, and I'm going to show you just briefly. Okay, I was down in Washington on January 18th. I was going to get up and say that I could run Boeing better than David Calhoun. David Calhoun is from GE. David Calhoun was on the board of Boeing from 2009 to present. David Calhoun was made CEO, I think, in 2019-20, and been there since, okay? He is an accountant major, not an engineer, not an aerospace guy. It's disgusting, all right? And when I heard him, the only thing he knew about was his salary when questioned by Senator Hawley, and also about the number of employees Boeing employs. Other than that, any type of inner workings, I guess the higher you move up. I remember a statement when I was in aerospace on the bathroom wall in the men's room. It said, fuck up, move up. Well, could that be his mantra? Possibly, because he knew nothing. I was kind of sitting in the audience very embarrassed. I felt so bad for the people around me who were holding up signs of their loved ones, okay? Pictures of their loved ones that died in the crashes. What do you want? The guy's a fucking accountant. By the way, fucking is a quality term. When you're going down in an aircraft, doesn't matter what it is, which brand, what flavor, what have you, and you say, if you have time, and you say, we're fucked, oh my goodness, that means the quality of the aircraft is no good. Because the pilots try to do everything. I've met a couple pilots at that meeting, on June 18th. And Dennis, I must salute you, because this guy is the creme de la creme. If I was on a plane and there was a mechanical issue or something, I would want him to be my pilot because he is cool and calm. I watched him getting interviewed, and really good guy. But let me go ahead. Then in April 17th of 2024, I was down in Washington, basically supporting Sam Salipar, the whistleblower for the 777, 787. We have all kinds of articles dating back almost a decade with the 777, 787 issues that are problematic, very problematic indeed. But I supported him. I've got paperwork here that goes on and on. This is only two pieces that actually illustrate Boeing's negligence when it comes to quality. You have ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, is a private, not-for-profit, non-governmental corporation that has federal agencies and corporations on board, like the DHS, DOD, FAA, also the FTC, the DOD, USDA, all of them, FDA, FAA, you got them all, and a lot of them, EPA. For corporations like Boeing, Lockheed, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, they all sit on ANSI's board, yet, Boeing, they fudge documentation. They fudged it most recently on their Bell Boeing composite facility for the V-22 for 11 years, from 2007 to 2018. And they missed critical data about autoclave cures. With composites, since I'm a composites guy, it's time, temperature, and pressure. If you're missing one of those, you're going to have a product that may fail and cause loss of aircraft and loss of pilot. Also, you have the problem with Lockheed. I already told you, after 800 ships, they're still producing them with rejections. You also have the problem with Pfizer that skipped quality processes and standards. You also have the problem with Johnson & Johnson. 75 million vials of COVID got returned because of contamination and quality issues. So you have these companies sitting on ANSI ANAP that are supposed to be the Dalai Lamas of quality, yet they're the underwriters also. So if there's a product failure, if there's a system failure, they are legally responsible. But you know what? Let's continue on. The American National Standards Institute took over the American National Credit Board in 2018. They sat on the IAF when Chinese national Zhao Junwu, who's been involved with our quality for since 1994, was on board and was running it. And you had the DHS on there, the DOD, the FTC, the FBI, etc. during this time. So when you hear about hacking, it's not hacking, it's giving our data away. Here goes the actual flowchart. Randy Doherty, Vice President of ANAP, Chairman of the IAF, and also Principal on the IF 990 tax form, International Accreditation Form. He handed over leadership to this communist Chinese national, Zhao Junwu, who's mandated by his country of origin, Communist China, to take our data through the China National Intelligence Law, Article number 7. I showed you about ANSI ANAP, federal agencies and corporations. That's only a sample. You have Boeing. Oy vey. You have Boeing that sits on ANSI ANAP's board, right over by the Department of Justice. Can you imagine this mess? We have Merrick Garland here from the Department of Justice, who doesn't know what he's doing. They're so close and so tight with this, it's a mess. No wonder why David Calhoun is smiling over here. And from what I've read in the newspaper and technical journals, Boeing's going to get away with it. And those people whose families were devastated by these crashes, Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, Alaska with the passengers, and so many other individuals who I'm sure are suing Boeing with aircraft engines, pieces falling off, all the rest of that. Get a hold of me, because I will tell you in all honesty that your lawyer, American Bar Association, is involved. If the Department of Justice is sitting on ANSI's board and you have the American Bar Association working with ANSI, that's a hell of a mess. My telephone number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. My heart goes out to you, ladies and gentlemen. And as I say in many of my videos, from Confucius, it is not the droplet of water that wears away the mighty stone, but it is its persistence. And I thank you.